Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hobbits. Today, joined by
It's just me.
Michael.
Yeah.
We're looking at a couple beers we got from Beerjum. So thanks to the Beerjum for the beers.
Thank you, Beer.
And these will be very interesting.
Interesting.
Very.
Very.
They're Polish beers. And it's been a long time since we checked out any Polish beer on the channel. But one of the reasons why I want to check these out is because their takes on Rauchbier.
Yeah.
One almost sounds, well, it doesn't sound like a pastry. It's, I guess pastry Rauchbier, or just like...
Gimmicky Rauchbier.
I don't know. Crafty Rauchbier. Craft.
It's craft.
It's craft when you put weird stuff in the beer. But this is from two breweries. It's a series of collaborations between Browar. Let's see if we can. Nepomucen and Funky Fluid.
Nipple.
I don't speak Polish. I'm just trying. So we got classic with the twist. Nepomucen.
Polish brewery.
And it's pivo.
Yeah.
Of course, because it's beer. Okay, sorry, Polish people. We love you guys. We're just being silly. Yeah. But this is a collab series they do which is called Classic with a Twist, where they take classic styles and do them slightly differently. And we got number 2, which is a double Rauchbock, and number 3, which is a double Rauchbock with cranberries and smoked Ojipek cheese.
Sounds so crazy. Crazy.
So
I miss my pickle beer.
Yeah. But I love Rauchbier. You love Rauchbier. Yeah. Who else should I share this with?
Of course.
So 24 Plato original gravity, so real high gravity extract, 8.5% on both of them. And they have all the ingredients on here, which is awesome. So it's made with barley malt, water of course as well, smoked beechwood smoked malt from Steinbach in Germany. And I've actually used that in brewing at Circos. Munich dark barley malt, Cara Aroma, Cara Munich, and then it says cookie. And I don't know what that means, but it just says cookie.
Cookie malt.
Maybe.
I gotta give a shout out to the
labels. Then
labels.
Carafa 3.
I really love the labels of this one. They're beautiful and nice to touch. I really like the labels.
Yeah, it looks very good. And then it's also got lactose and sugar, which I find very weird. You would never put that. But again, it's classic with a twist. Yeah. And then Marinka hops, and then it's button fermenting yeast from their own propagation station. So this is basically a slightly classic Rauchbier double bock thing, kind of like Schlenkerla's Eiche, but with beechwood smoked malt instead of oak smoked malt, and then lactose. Whereas this just deviates even more with the addition of the smoked Otsipiek cheese and cranberry. But, you know, we'll see. They also have one with bacon and maple syrup.
Sounds awesome.
But yeah, I think we should start off with the basic
one
first. So let's check that one out. So pour is what I'd expect from Rauchbier. Really dark brown.
It smells amazing.
It smells really smoky. I love it. Tan head on it. You know, it looks a lot like Schlenkerla's darker Rauchbier. It's like the Urbock or something like that.
Yeah, but it is pretty black.
Yeah, and maybe a touch darker.
Dark
even.
brown. Yeah.
Let's check out the aroma.
Oh my god.
Really smoky.
So good.
Meaty smoke. So I just wanted to sniff this one here. Yeah, I think we switched them around because I can smell cranberry in this one.
You can?
There's a weird cheesy cranberry thing to this to me. Like
There's
smoky.
Definitely more smoke in this one.
Yeah. The problem is I poured them and then I forgot which one I placed.
This is slider in the expression.
Yes. I think this might be... So this usually doesn't happen. But because we were talking while I was shooting the B-roll, I mixed things up. But this actually to me smells like smoked cheese. I've been to Poland, and I don't know if this is the cheese they're talking about, but I've been to Zakopane, and they have these small cheeses that almost look like hand grenades that are smoked. And this smells a bit like that. So I think... And I get a distinct light fruitiness. So I think this is the other one.
Let's try it. Maybe we can tell the difference if we taste them.
Yeah.
We hopefully can
taste both are really, really damn smoky. Smoky, meaty, bacony. There's lots of caramel, chewy caramel maltiness.
Give me a second.
But now I feel like I smell the same thing on both.
I smell some cheese in this one.
You smell the cheese in this one now?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe it was right. Maybe
I don't know. Let's taste it.
Okay, wait, now I switch back again. So you switch again, and then we taste it.
So,
and I
as the original setup?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's smoky, it's caramelly, slightly caramelly, it's really bready, toasted bready.
It smells really good.
It smells full on with smoke. Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks to Beerjum for the beers. Not so much carbonation.
Cheese.
Nah, I don't know.
You don't get the cheese in this one?
Maybe a little bit. It's definitely really smoky.
If this is not the cheese beer,
I just want to check this one.
call me Voldemort.
Do you taste cranberry though? That's also the question. Try this one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's the cheese one. So it was right.
So we switch.
So we switch back once more.
Yep.
So this one, because that one has a fruitiness.
It's weird to taste the beer and say, I taste the cheese.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, this tastes pretty much like classic Rauchbier. I think they're a little bit undercarb. It's also sweeter.
Yeah, it's sweeter. Have a great mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's really
almost
fluffy.
stoutish.
I think it's... I don't know if it's too sweet, but it's on the edge. It's definitely like... Both of these beers are Screw Reinheitsgebot, which is, I think it's quite funny. But it's much more thick in the mouth compared to a Schlenkerla.
Yeah.
But it's really smoky. It's bacon.
But it also has lactose.
Yeah. And you taste it immediately. It's that like sweet, sugary, almost marshmallowy sweetness.
Yeah,
it's light in this. It's not like crazy. It's almost like in a milk stout, more so.
I definitely prefer this one.
Just from the first tip. But let's talk a little bit about the flavors on the regular one, even though I messed it up. So I do get smoky malt, that meaty kind of bacony smoke. I get breadiness, lots of Munich kind of malt flavor. There is a nice touch of like toasted fresh bread. There is caramel. There's even the slightest hint of a toasty chocolate thing, and I think that's because they're using a carafa.
Toasted chocolate?
Toasty, malty, chocolatey, malty, like something like that. And I think that might be why.
What I expected is this is a little thicker, a little sweeter, and I actually prefer it's not so thick and not so sweet.
Yes.
So yeah, but I mean I actually think I can taste the cheese, not so much the cranberries.
But in terms of flavor profile on this, it tastes like a classic Rauchbier, but with a slight modern touch with all the sweetness and everything. It's more like modern interpretations of beers because it has that bigger sweetness. It's not for everyone, for sure. No. And I will say it's nowhere near as refined as a Schlenkerla beer, even though it has lactose. But it's a fun interpretation. And if I see more stuff like this, I'm going to pick it up because I love this style and I just want to drink more of it. But this one, oddly enough, is probably the best of the two. Yeah. It has a weird fruitiness.
If it's the one with cheese.
I think it is because it has, to me, I'm also smelling something that reminds me of a dried fruit, kind of like a cranberry or maybe even dried cherry or something.
Yeah, I could agree with that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a...
But it also could be my mind fucking with me. So, yeah, let's agree. This is the one with the cherries and the cheese. Cranberries.
It's great I fucked up with that, huh? But I think that's correct, though, because the last one I poured out was a bit more brown.
And I also smell cheese.
First one. What?
I actually smell cheese.
Yeah, it's like a slight smoky, cheesy smell, but I don't think it's too much. It's
no,
very
it's not,
underplayed.
It's not cheesy, but I mean, I could smell something that reminded me of cheese.
It's like if you've never had that cheese I talked about, hand grenade cheese thing. Think smoked mozzarella, for example, something like that.
Yeah, but perhaps...
Or wurst in Denmark.
As I said, this tasted more sweet than this one. Perhaps the cheese cuts off the sweetness a bit. It makes it more...
Or maybe it's just because we drank this one acidic, but maybe it's also just because we drank this one first, so it seems more, sweet. The palate gets adjusted to the sweetness. This also has a bit more carbonation than this one, which I like.
I mean, if you get a cheese with a bit of age, you also have... It's a bit strong. I mean, the thing that cuts the sweetness here reminds me of something of a strong cheese. Or aged cheese.
What's also really interesting is the more I drink it, the more I'm getting accustomed to the sweetness, and I actually don't think it's too much.
I think on this one, the first one, the double buck,
it's on the edge.
I think it's too much, but
that's more sweet and malty.
Maybe we can get a sip of the rest from the can. Okay.
That's like really yeasty.
I think actually this tastes like this one.
Yeah, you're right. So we did fuck it up. Wow, this is
the worst.
This is the worst review we've ever done.
But it's definitely fun.
Yeah, well, there is fruitiness in that. That's true. But, like, maybe the sweet cheese is giving sweetness. Then I guess I prefer the regular.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we have to.
But there is a dried fruitiness in both.
There's gotta be some stupid funny review once in a while.
Yeah, man. It's just because they're the same color. So it's so hard. Yeah. But yeah, that one is much sweeter. So I guess maybe the cheese imparts some sweetness too. But I just wanted to show you the cheese because I'm pretty sure that it's what I think it is. Okay, it doesn't really look like a hand grenade, but yeah, it kind of does.
It does definitely looks weird.
It looks, or maybe not a pine cone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's totally it.
I could eat that.
Me too, man. Now I want smoked Polish cheese and cranberries. This is a really good interpretation of a double Rauchbock thing.
Yeah, I think it's too sweet, the regular one.
You think so? It's a touch sweeter than normal, but I don't think as much as the... I don't know which is which of yours.
I don't remember. We have to see the video.
This here, I know, is this one, because I tried that one, and that tastes like this.
But Yeah.
But you switch like this. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, because this is much sweeter. So for some reason, the one with the cheese is sweeter.
Yeah.
But both... The weird thing, but that's also just that's the thing with blind tasting. You can convince yourself of so many things. Yeah. But also when we smelled this first, often you should go with your gut and what do you think. And initially, first I talked about cranberries in this, so like I should have just stuck to that. But
if this is the final setup, then I like the Rauch Doppelbob most.
Rauch Doppelbob.
Doppelbob.
It sounds like we've had like 10 beers before this. Rauch Doppelbob, please. Oh man, sorry Poland, this was such a train wreck video because I mixed things up because they're the same color. I should have just thought like I put this there and this there, but
we're ending up with a cuvee anyway.
No, because I think I'd like to drink it on its own.
We're not.
You can. We can do a cuvee in the mouth.
Do you do a cuvee in the mouth?
It just makes that sweeter.
Yeah,
there's no point.
Yeah.
This is better. But like, it's basically just sweeter Rauchbier, because Rauchbier is usually not this sweet.
If I should give advice to the brewers, drop the lactose, but everything else is nice.
Yeah, I think they're very well constructed Rauchbiers. Yeah. The only thing that's the drawback is the. But
it is a twist. But that twist, no go. The rest, fine. More
but
cheese.
I think it's not too bad in the regular version.
I want to taste the maple one with the bacon.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I will say that this one is actually a very good Rauchbock.
Yeah, I agree.
I will give this a 90. But I don't think it's too sweet. I think it's
too sweet.
The regular.
Not the regular. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. The regular is not too sweet, I think. And Brett is here now. So this is such a train wreck video, but I have to go open the door. So we'll be back with our final thoughts in a sec. Final thoughts. So I think the double Rauchbock number 2, which we found out was this after this stupid train wreck video. Sorry to the brewers of this beer. We know what we're talking about often, but sometimes we're just jackasses like everyone else. But this is actually a good Rauchbier. It has a touch too much sweetness for my personal taste, but I'll still give it a 90. It has that toasty breadiness you want. It has that smoky, bacony meatiness. A little bit more of a sugar. It's almost like caramelized, sugary, bready flavor. And then almost a touch of a toasty, chocolatey, toasty, malty flavor. It's pretty good. Caramel too. But this is just a bit too sweet. Yeah, but it's quite fun with that tangy, slight tart. Like this even has tart, tangy fruitiness.
And we cannot say it's funny with the cheese because we couldn't taste which one had the cheese.
No. But think of it. Yeah. Using a smoked cheese in an already smoked beer. Will you taste it?
Perhaps the cheese. Anyways, we want to go get some Polish smoked cheese.
Yes. And some if any of you guys from Poland are watching, and you can help us, let us know where we can find the Polish or Switchek cheese, and help us get the maple beer version.
Oh yeah, bacon.
Then we will do a video with the cheese and the maple bacon beer. Yeah. That would be amazing.
That's a promise.
that's a pinky promise. I don't know if you can ship cheese nationally. Is that even allowed? Okay. Well, that would be really fun. But yeah, I'd say this is really good. This is a bit too much, but I still think it's a good Rauchbier. 85.
It's great. Anyone's playing with the Rauchbier genre.
Thank you.
Thumbs up.
But 85. So 90, 85.
Yeah.
So regular
90, 85, 86.
Yeah, something like that.
I agree. Maybe a 91, but yeah.
They're still pretty good, man. They're just not as refined as the Schlenkerla ones.
No, I agree.
But yeah, very good stuff. But Rauchbier still gets rated way too low, but people just don't like it, I guess. Too much. But thankfully, there are brewers who will brew it.
And we love it.
Yes. So if you guys had a chance to try Browar, Nepomucen, and Funky Fluids, classic with a twist, double Rauchbock and double Rauchbock with cranberry and smoked Otsipek cheese.
Bubble bop.
Let us know what you thought of them. Thanks a ton to Beer Jump for the beers. And as always, please comment, subscribe. Check out the Facebook fan page on Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers in our favorite, the regular one.
Cheers.
And see you guys in another beer review.